Good morning, everyone. Donna C. here. Um, yes, it is 3:30 in the morning, and yes, I did put off my report till the last minute, and that's why I'm up and moving. Ah, I have a few hours. I can whip out a 3-page research paper, no problem. I already have most of it, all the info gathered. I just have to organize my thoughts. But um, let's see. I was asked yesterday about my hypoglycemia, and I'm assuming, since my videos are a bit about fasting, that, maybe I should put those together. So here goes. With hypoglycemia, basically it is a reaction to the sugar intake in my body. Okay, and that sugar can be natural or artificial. When it comes to white sugar, that is the worst reaction that I get. But also fresh fruit juices and things like that can do it to me as well. So I have to be careful as to just how much of it I drink at one time. And it usually is in a sitting. I could space it out, several little times throughout the day, and I have no problem. The main thing is that, I'm sorry, I really am just waking up. Okay, not just waking up. I took time to put on makeup and get dressed so I would make myself stay awake. Let's see. The hypoglycemia, if my reactions to it. On occasion, I may get a little bit of shakiness. It's almost as if, like a caffeine high. I don't know how else to explain it. If you have too much caffeine, your body just kind of has this little shaky thing to it, and there's not much you can do about it. But also within like an hour, if I've had too much sugar, I start getting really drowsy and falling asleep. If I do get to the point that I fall asleep, I usually take, it could be a 3-hour nap. Whether I'm tired physically doesn't matter. Waking up from one feels like I'm waking up from anesthesiology, and anesthetic, and I've just been basically drugged to sleep. And so that's sort of the reaction I get. To prevent it, I have always kept, I used to keep jerky in my car, just in case. But I found that I actually have less problems if I have nuts. Basically, if I have too much sugar and I notice I start getting the shakiness, if I go and I have a lot of protein or more hard to digest things, it could be vegetables, but usually it's protein that works best for me, then that will usually get into my stomach and have to start being digested, and my body sends whatever it needs to do that. And in doing that, it makes it so that I don't have as bad a reaction. So basically that's the case. It's one of those things where you learn when not to drive the car. Not that I've ever had an accident or anything, but I I'm always weary, what would happen if, you know. And I usually have my car with me, so my glove compartment has nuts in it and stuff like that, and little snacks, things like that in it. And it's getting healthier snacks. It's more like almonds. Almonds are awesome for hypoglycemia. Um, they just, if I'm eating more almonds, I have less reactions, or should I say, almonds will stop more reactions to the blood sugar levels than any other nuts that I found. They're just, for somehow reason, they're quicker in being able to stop that action. I can also mix almonds in like any candies. For instance, if you get like chocolate covered peanuts and stuff like that, peanuts will not help me to not have the reaction. Okay, I will still have the reaction if I have too many chocolate covered peanuts. But I can do the same thing with almonds and have chocolate covered almonds and have no reaction whatsoever. So the combination of the sweet with the almonds works really well. Also, and raw almonds work better for me than cooked almonds. So even though that means, changing out what's in my car more frequently, I tend to do that. You take a little snacky bag. They make those little bitty Ziploc bags that I'm sure that's a brand name, but nonetheless, it's a snack bag sized, and just fill those with some nuts, and seal them up and stick them in your stuff. With all the other stuff in there, they stay pretty insulated, so you don't have to worry about them going rancid too quickly. I usually keep mine in there for a week max. I also keep a little tiny kind of container with, well, it's sort of like this type of a container, only it's a lot smaller, in my backpack, so that if I'm, ever like at classes or stuff like that, I can take care of it. The main thing I do to help my hypoglycemia is I eat more frequently throughout the day. Now, if I am juice fasting, I have to continue and do all of these different steps. I have to make certain I have, 6 to 8 little meals in a day, and I have to make certain I mix more vegetables in with any sweet items when I juice them, and all of that, things that I would normally, do in my daily diet. However, and I don't know why, I have no clue. I only know it works for me. When I water fast, it goes away. I don't know if it's because of the digestion process. Maybe if there's no food to digest, maybe since you burn up your own fat, that your body already adjusts the fat to the correct proportions of sugar and, glucose and all of that stuff, and that's already been processed before it starts consuming it, and so that makes it so you don't have to worry about it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I haven't studied medicine or even human anatomy for that much, Lymphology is probably as close as I got. But that's kind of it. That's how, the reactions I get, that drug sleep kind of nonsense. yesterday's fast, I did pretty good. I drank almost all of my water. I think I had about a cup or so left in my jug afterwards. But basically, I did have some purging when I did my enema, and that's okay by me. You know, as long as it comes out, it comes out. I'm okay with it. But that's kind of it. And other than that, you guys have a great day. Back to work. Ciao.